In lesson 4, we're going to talk again about rate and ratios. So a rate is a ratio that compares two different units. A ratio table can help organize those rates. So it says this ratio table organizes the amounts changing by 3 and 5 each time. So it goes from 3 to 5, 6 to 10, 9 to 15. So these are your ratios right here. And then you can see patterns going across the top. So 3, 6, 9, 12, that would be changing by 3. 5, 10, 15, 20, that would be changing by 5 each time. So we're going to use the information to help solve these problems. So you can see in this first one that everything is color-coded, which is very helpful. So we have a bulk supply sale, and we're going to be looking at the green table first. So it says 54 pens for only $72. So I'm going to buy 54 pens for $72. So we're going to follow this same pattern right here. So it says, how much do 30 pens cost? So you're going to find 30 on your table. And I know there's two different 30s, but again, we want to follow this same pattern. So that means that I'm going to choose this 30 right here. And if I follow this same pattern, they skipped 1, I would go from 30 and land on 40. So 30 pens would cost $40. Now we're going to take a look at the orange table. It says 35 erasers for only $49. So I have 35 erasers for $49. And again, you see they skipped 1, and we're going to follow the same pattern. So number 2 says, how much do 25 erasers cost? So I'm going to find 25 on my table. We're going to follow the same pattern. So there's 25. I'm going to skip 1, and I would land on 35. So 25 erasers cost $35. Now we're going to do the red table. It says 64 pencils for only $40. So I have, let me get another color here. I have 64 pencils for $40. And they skipped 2 here. So we're going to follow that same pattern. So we're going to find 32 pencils because it asks how much do 32 pencils cost. So we're going to find 32. And we're going to skip 2. So I was just double checking here how many 30. There's only 132. Okay, so here's my 32. We're going to follow the same pattern for 64 and 40. So I'm going to skip 2. So 32 pencils would cost $20. On the next page, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to use the information to help solve the problems. And again, we're just following the same pattern. So number 4, 84 mini muffins only for $12. Okay, there are a few typos on this page. This should be, let me see if I can make this show up. This should be 84 muffins for $120. There should be a 0 on the end there. So we're going to follow our blue pattern here. So 84 muffins for $120, and they skipped 2. And the question says, how much does 70 mini muffins cost? So we're going to find 70 mini muffins, and we're going to follow the same pattern. So find 70. So here's 70. We're going to skip 2. So that means 70 mini muffins would cost $100. On number 5, we're going to follow the orange. It says 90 bagels for only $70. So we have 90 bagels, And we're going to use the 70 again for $70. So they just skipped one. So the pattern is just skipping one. And the question says, how much does 81 bagels cost? So here's my 81. I'm going to skip one. And I would land on 63. So 81 bagels cost $63. And then on the red, it says 88 walnuts for $11. That should be not $11. That should be 110. So there should be a 0 on the end to that one too. So 88 walnuts for $110. So there's the pattern. They just skipped one. And the question says, how much do 72 walnuts cost? Here's my 72. I'm going to skip one. 72 walnuts would cost $90. All right, then 7 and 8, these are not color-coded, but we can still follow and answer the questions by doing the same pattern. Okay, so the green box is a peanut butter sale. It says 165 pounds for only $150. So I'm going to find my 165, which is right here. And they bought it for 150. So they didn't skip anything here. These numbers are right next to each other. So now we're going to find how much does 121 pounds cost. So here's my 121. I'm not going to skip anything. I'm going to follow this same pattern right here. So that would be 110. So 121 pounds would cost $110. And then the purple is a trail mix sale. It's 165 packages for $135. So we need to find 165 on our table here. And we're going to use this same 165 for $135. So they skipped one. And the question says, how much do 110 packages cost? So we're going to find our 110, which is right here. And we're going to skip one, so we would land on 90, so that would cost $90. All right, on your practice page, you have 6 questions to answer. And you're just going to follow the pattern. You're going to use the information in the table rows to help you answer the questions. One row will be the number of items. Another row will show you the cost. So in number 1, it says 81 muffins for $99. And on number 1, we're going to use the 81 that comes first. So we're going to be using this 81 right here. So we're going to have 81 muffins for $99. So we're going to follow that exact same pattern. And it says, how much does it cost for 90 muffins? So here's my 90. That's going to cost $110. So you're going to find the numbers that they give you first. So you're looking for this. The highlighted part is what you're looking for, and you are going to follow the same pattern to get your answer.